Now I believe you were saying, Sean, that everything sucks and it always has.
Yeah. Well,
I think you'll. Let me get in here.
What is going on with? Was that Nick Rekieta? Why did he look?
What
like
do you mean? What was Nick Rekieta?
It's just there was like a.
It's kind of an odd picture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, there was. He looked a little. He looked. I mean, he had hair, but he looked a little like Ed Norton in American History X.
Oh yeah,
yeah, a little bit.
He did look a little bit criminal, didn't he?
A little bit.
He did look a little bit arrested for 25 grams of cocaine.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He got arrested for 25 grams of coke.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was wondering all weekend if you were going to know that by today. Oh, we were making little bets. I wonder if someone's going to tell Sean.
Nobody told me.
Why didn't you do something about it, Sean? Why didn't you stop him? What's wrong with you?
I'm looking for how is it not his? How is it, what's it just 25 grams?
I had a rough couple of weeks. I was going to a nice little music festival to unwind this weekend.
Yeah.
I built myself a nice bed.
And you realized there was a cocaine shortage.
I said, Nick.
You wondered where it was all.
Nick, I need an ounce of cocaine right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
It's hard to party when you're
in
friend
jail.
Gets his kids taken away. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to hear things from the beginning.
It's really hard to, hard to chip. What's the Shooter McGavin line?
Yeah.
It's hard
With that kind of distraction.
Being naked bikers having sex.
Right. Everybody's getting used to it. Well, I'm not.
Nice little music festival is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Then your friend gets arrested for ounce cocaine. Kids taken away. Wife arrested.
Is it
some lady
28
arrested.
grams to an ounce?
Is it?
I think
I
so.
don't know. I'm
pretty sure.
I don't know. Having a scale is illegal, so I don't know any sort of conversions at all.
Yeah. 28.3.
28.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad luck.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
I'm kind of shocked.
Because that means you didn't really dip. That kind of means you don't have a coke problem. Because the likelihood of you getting a brand new ounce and then still having the ounce when you get arrested, if you have a coke problem, is extremely low.
Chances are
you're either very unlucky or you don't have a problem.
Yeah, as soon as you sit in the car, or at the place or what. Yeah. Wow, that's shocking to me.
Yeah, it's fucking shocking, man.
I mean,
do we go over the arrest report? Do we play the music? I don't really know what to. I don't really know what to do. I don't want to do. I don't want to do this show at all, to be honest. Kind of a bummer, man. What's the worst that could happen? Fire up a little podcast. What's the worst that could happen? Go on YouTube and cut a couple videos making fun of Maddox's dumb lawsuit. What's the worst that could happen?
Man,
you get arrested for felony drug possession, intent to distribute, and lose your whole family. What's the worst that could happen, though? What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I mean, fucking murder and all that kind of shit, I guess.
No one's murdered. That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
the worst part about it is
I've got family members and extended family members and everybody who's been through that. So
yeah,
I mean, you hate to see it. I'm very surprised.
Well, Nick's got I don't know anything about any kind of substance problems, but I'll tell you one thing: Nick's got a government problem.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
What happened is the three factions that I warn people to stay away from the most, and that are the most detrimental to your life. Namely, the government, religion, and women have all conspired together.
Oh boy!
To send Nick Rekieta to prison.
Oh boy!
Those are the big three that I say you got to stay away from. And the worst part about it all is that Maddox is having a good day. It's a big win for him.
That is at least as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Maddox says lying scumbag Nick Rekieta has been arrested. Not many people know this, but he actually got his start on YouTube by befriending my stalker. and joining in on the stalking and obsession.
He actually did that independent of anybody, didn't he? Did you just find this ridiculous case and start commenting on it?
He was just part of the Dick Show Facebook group and.
Oh, he was. So he was a listener before the lawsuit.
The old show.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know. I thought he was just a lawyer guy who like found this insane fucking case and was like, "This is fucking crazy."
No. He was a part of the. Okay. He originally uploaded it to Facebook video, but because he couldn't figure out how to do it, he put it on YouTube, and that's when it started getting passed around.
Jesus. So,
like my stalker, he became an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Polyamorous, drug abusing shithead. 1 of 4. Maddox has titled this 1 of 4 because he's too poor to pay for the lying scumbag. Okay, Heather. Somebody says, "Oh my God, no! You mean my attempt to stay anonymous so your rapey mob of literal white nationalists won't try to rape my girlfriend? Not the thing I signed an affidavit admitting to."
After denying it, how many?
Rape my girlfriend.
Jesus
I was trying to stay anonymous so my girlfriend wouldn't get raped. Yeah. That'll show you. I don't know how to cover this Rekieta stuff. I guess let's play the theme song. See if something comes up. Responsible for all the problems in the world. It's me, your host. I'm sorry I couldn't get there in time. I only have so much time in the day, and most of it is spent drunk. You fucking crybabies. Stop bothering me with your shit. Joining me as always is Sean, world touring LA-based comedian.
Yeah, that's the guy.
I just got done fixing Ralph, you know?
Yeah, how is Ralph?
3 years. He's sober now.
Is he?
I don't get any credit for that. I got 3 years. Oh, you're such a shitty friend. You're such a bad friend.
Well, I mean,
you're a bad guy. Why don't you fix his alcoholism? You enabling. People love, they love enablers because they're too afraid to go after addicts.
Well,
so they start going, because addicts will lash back at them, right? So they go after
because
enablers.
They're extremely defensive.
Because
they know they're fucked up. That's why.
Yeah.
Like they know
it's the enabler. Actually, no. You got a problem. Go after him. I know you heard that on Dr. Phil or something. Go after him, you fat fuck.
No, ultimately it's the person.
I'm addicted too. It was all these goddamn enablers that surrounded me.
Yeah,
they were doing it to me.
Yeah, no, they weren't.
Oh, it's bad, Sean.
Wow, that's
25 years in prison.
I mean, that's what he's looking at, right?
Yeah.
I
don't know. You think they could?
How much? Like,
how pure is the coke? Right?
That's a decent amount of coke, right?
I mean, it's an ounce.
I mean, well, that's
white people love buying in bulk. That's the problem.
Right?
They love Costco.
Right.
They don't buy a 12-pack.
Yeah.
They buy 2 boxes. Maybe they fill the garage up with toilet paper.
Yeah, that's.
It just it makes sense.
Right.
What am I? Do you want me to do 10 drug deals or 1 drug deal?
Right.
1. Safer.
Swing by Cost Blow. We'll do. We'll get the bulk discount. God damn.
Government, religion, women. You gotta protect yourself.
Wow.
What's my number 1 rule? Protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, it's like a boxing match,
right?
Yeah,
you gotta keep that. Well,
yeah,
you can't let people in, man.
Well, that's the thing. With the ref,
nobody in.
The ref says that, so if he separates you, one guy doesn't just drop. Oh, we'll both separate, right? Well, one guy might fucking throw something right over his shoulder.
I love when they do that.
Yeah.
When they come out like shaking hands and shit, just wham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Treat this seriously. I don't know how this happened.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on over there.
It seems like something was, let me just, this wasn't the first time. Like, I mean, he didn't get arrested the first night he messed around with coke or any of this. Like
that's doubtful.
That's doubtful.
You don't go from 0 to an ounce, although I guess you could.
Well, you certainly could. I mean,
again, you got to buy in bulk.
You got to start somewhere. But, wow, I mean... Yeah, I kind of
search warrant.
I mean, look, I want to know the whole story, but I also don't want to I realize that I'm coming at it from a like a buzzard, I'm looking at it
picking the carcass clean.
Yeah,
that's something that annoys me about this a lot is the performative. Whenever someone, first of all, it is a government problem. All drugs should be legal. Whether people are using them responsibly or not has nothing to do with the law. Well, the government's not there to help people with addiction. The government's to lock you up and throw you in jail and ruin your life.
Seems to be the case.
And people who see you locked up for drugs love it. They want you to be punished for what you're doing.
Yeah.
They don't want to help you. They want you to be destroyed.
No, I know.
And then build you back the way they want you to.
Yeah.
It's not enough to, that's how they want to do it.
Unfortunately, that last part doesn't usually happen.
No, people just go right back to doing drugs. Now their life's worse than it was before.
Right.
Apparently, Nick was driving home.
Yeah.
And the cops raided his house.
They raided his house.
Why
did they raid it? Because
they knocked on the door.
They had reason to.
They had a warrant. They claim they have a warrant, although I don't think they produced it.
Really?
They showed up. They knocked on the door.
He was home?
He was not home.
One
of his kids, his little girl, was home.
Oh,
and they said, let us in. She said no.
Right.
So obviously.
Yeah.
Don't let the fucking cops in.
No, not without a, yeah.
So they called him.
Adult and a piece of paper.
He got held up by other cops down the street. He was driving home. They grabbed him. And they said, what's your door code to your house? He goes, no, I'm not giving you my door code.
No.
So they said, okay. Bashed it in with a battering ram.
Well, they better have had a fucking warrant then.
They bashed the door in.
So they think something's going on. I mean,
Bashed the door in.
Why do they have a warrant? Why did they all show up to his house? They think that they know, or they think, or they suspect, or they have reason to believe.
Yeah.
With some evidence.
You need with a warrant. You need to do that to get a warrant.
That something is going on, and whether it's like that he's like trafficking drugs or something. Is that what?
That's what they always. Somebody post the cops report in the general Discord, please.
I didn't even really recognize that 100% as Nick's photo
mugshot.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty cool mugshot, right?
I mean, it looked like somebody had like. I don't know, like a line arted it or something like.
Here's his mugshot.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. What's going on next to him?
That's his wife.
What? No,
that's not a nice way to ask that.
No, but that's not what. She doesn't even look like that.
That's her. I don't know what to tell you.
That's the worst photo on earth.
And some random girl.
I've never seen her look like that.
Well, 10 a.m. and you getting arrested for
chances are you're
possession, get your kids taken away for 25 years.
Oh my God.
That'll probably knock the starch out of you.
That's the fucking.
And a random girl was arrested with them who was in there.
A random girl.
Yeah. Juvenile female opened the door, wouldn't let him in. Nick would not provide the door code to enter the residence. Law enforcement entered the home using a door ram. That's odd, isn't it? They're showing up to bust a drug kingpin with that. Upon entry, a murderer. Those cops are coming for blood with a door ram.
Yeah,
they came here with a door. SWAT came here with a door ram when they thought I murdered my wife.
Right. Didn't have to use it though.
Luckily, upon entry, law enforcement located his wife and girl April. 4 juveniles were also in the home. Officers noted the home was extremely cluttered. There were clothes everywhere, dirty dishes, dust, and an overall dirty home.
I mean, he's got like 24 kids, right? I mean,
cops always. You see how?
I noticed. You got a character, and you're a disgusting hoarder,
and you're endangering these children,
right?
And then everybody who picks up the story, everybody who talks about it, will de facto ignore the massive rights violation that is drug arrest for what is not that. I mean, what is a liquor pantry worth of cocaine? Yeah. I'm of this crazy belief that all drugs except maybe food and fentanyl are about as dangerous as each other.
He's not. They're not talking about like kilos here, right? I mean, like he's not fucking George Jung or whatever.
No. An ounce. I've known people who have. They're just lazy.
Is that what they found in his house?
Yeah, he had it in 2 safes in his master bedroom.
Yeah.
So the cops do this.
Was it like broken up for resale or?
If you've got 2 or 3 baggies, then
then there you go, right? I mean,
I
don't know. People always
Pablo
say,
Escobar.
Intent to distribute. Wow.
He entered the home. They returned to the home. He returned to the home. Nick returned to the home. He demanded the copy of the search warrant.
Yeah.
When given a copy, he looked at it and threw it on the ground. I don't believe that. Here's my. I have this policy of groups that are known to wield infinite power over people. I assume they're lying all the time. I know that.
They can and they can get away with it.
The dirty house shit is a lie. I know that.
Okay.
Cops say that. You remember when Cody Wilson was arrested?
I do.
They said because Cody Wilson fucked a girl that he found on a sugar daddy site where you had to be over 18. She said, "I'm 18."
Yeah,
Turned out she was 16.
Right.
When the cops arrested him, they said, "Yeah, we saw the girl, and if he mistook her age for anything, it would have been." It would have been lower.
Yeah,
I didn't think she was 16 either. I thought she was 12.
That's your fucking
yeah. You guys always lie about that shit.
Right. you can hide behind that because it's an opinion, but what you're doing is probably character assassination.
Yeah, because if they just go with the drugs, then people will go, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's not.
But they go, oh, it's a hovel, and he's got children in there.
Yeah, there's children in there, and
Think
then people
of the children.
they can't say anything about it
know,
because they all have to say, and they all want to talk about it. They all have to say the one of 3 phrases that is like etched in the human mind because of social media is, well, it's about children.
Yeah.
It's about, or just in general. Yeah. Well, the cops are just protecting children. No, they're not. They're justifying a drug bust. They've been doing that. They've been doing that this whole time. Yeah. Anytime they bust somebody with drugs, they throw in, it's child endangerment. Yeah. Like, half of America have about 10 gallons of liquor in the house that
true.
are not locked up. Some of them are on the first, at like baby's height level.
But forget about the kids getting into it. Like alcohol, if you have 2 alcoholic parents, those kids are getting neglected just like if you have 2 fucking cracked out parents. I mean, like it's when it's
so
bad, it's
fucking
bad.
Annoying.
And like the kids are the victims. Like that's but like they're making by saying like the state of the house.
Say the house is dirty, it's cluttered.
Look,
that's it. That's all you guys had. You couldn't even say like their clothes were dirty.
I know when my uncle was fucking fucked up on coke, and this is not the only one in the family. But I mean, he had one kid who just was like, I can't leave my dad, and they were living in a fucking house with no power, with no water, nothing. Like that was it. Like, and he's supposed to fucking go to school like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to get himself up and go to junior high every morning. Come down home to a fucking dark house and
with no Simpsons to watch?
Nobody nobody knows for the longest. That's the thing. And then,
what happened to him?
What's that?
Did he get taken away by the government?
I don't know where he went to. I think he went to live with his mom for a while when everybody, but
and dad recovered. Your
uncle?
Yeah.
I mean,
he got out of it.
Yeah, but he'd go back, but he didn't. He never kind of ruined his life to the same extent. But also, I mean, he did ruin really. I mean, you're never the same. I mean, with your family, really. I mean, not unless he didn't live long enough to really kind of patch that up.
It'll fuck you up big time.
That's what I mean.
They all will.
I always feel bad for the kids because I know what it does. Like I know what a fucking alcoholic father's like. Like that's it's not fun. Yeah. It isn't fun. Like and I don't know what he's. I mean, I haven't seen Nick in a long time, but no way that he ever, the way that he presented himself, I would never think that like he was some kind of guy like who's all fucked up on coke, and like. Well, it can happen quick. It can happen quick. But also, who knows if he's using it himself or if he's, who knows, distributing it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of state the house is in. I don't know how much the kids are, but right now it's fucked up.
Yeah, he had a really bad stream where he was wasted out of his mind.
Well, he always likes to drink on stream, right?
Yeah, some days are worse than other. He's getting sued by this guy for calling him a pedophile or something, I think.
Didn't he call him a retard?
Maybe that was it.
I mean, it was.
I don't know. I think it might be the pedophile shit too. But the guy had he made a movie about like killing and raping a teenage girl, and he cast himself in he was doing some weird stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
he seems like he seems to. I don't want to get sued. He seems like totally innocent to me.
I don't know, but you gotta wonder. You gotta question like maybe can you see how that could look a certain kind of way?
He's getting sued for a bunch of money, and he decided to hire Mark Randazza for like $100,000.
I don't know who that is.
He's a famous First Amendment lawyer.
Okay, yeah.
He wanted to win and set a precedent for anti-slap shit or whatever.
Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah.
He lost his appeal that day, so now it's got to go to court. So it's going to cost him an assload of money.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well,
so he comes home.
Now things are starting to make sense.
Starts ranting. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
He comes home, starts getting wasted on stream. Has a real bad stream. Everyone loses their mind.
He's probably fucking kind of angry, right?
Yeah, pretty angry.
Yeah.
Cursing out the court. Stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely stuff you don't want to do before you have a felony drug possession on you. So everybody goes, this is rock bottom for him. Somebody's got to do something. Somebody's got to do something. Somebody's got to do something. Fucking next day.
Yeah.
10 a.m. battering ram right through the fucking door.
I'll be down.
Arresting him. Yeah, here's what they found in the house: a yellow snort tube, positive for coke.
Mm-hmm.
A black vial with a white substance inside that was positive for coke, 2 grams.
Black vial with white. They don't say powder. They don't say fucking. You know what I mean? Because like a vial could be fucking rock in there too. Like.
Well, they tested it for positive for cocaine.
Okay. Well.
Credit cards. 2 credit cards listed to April Imholt.
This is the other.
The master bedroom.
This is the.
22 caliber spent shell casings on the floor for the nightstand in the master bedroom.
Spent shell casings.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out shooting, that shit'll get caught in your clothes. Like usually, if you're not making a mess, you put shell casings in your pocket.
122s, like, I mean, I used to hear it like it's like you just go plinking.
Yeah,
like that's
especially if you're out in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I was at a bar with a friend of mine. I went shooting.
Yeah,
and we were.
And he had a.
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say that he got something caught in his clothes.
We were talking to these girls, and like in the middle of it, all these shell casings fall out of his pocket. I'm like, what was that? It was like, well, okay, goodbye.
He
was just putting them in his pocket, but it happens. Sig Sauer with several magazines, loose ammo.
Give a serial number
a
for
glass
some
container
reason.
with a grinder. Positive for coke. A bag with cards and dollar bills. Positive for coke. A large corner cut baggie with white powder that field tested positive for coke. Weighed 18 grand. Oh man. It's quite a weekend. So
wow.
What happened was, near as I can figure it. Let me pull up the affidavit too.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, what is wrong with me?
When did this go down? Friday, Saturday?
Thursday? Yeah. Let me try to find this. I'm trying to.
I don't know whether to be pissed off or applaud the people who didn't tell me this kind of stuff because they know that it's funnier if I don't know it, right?
Yeah, it is funnier.
Yeah, that's you know what you guys did.
That's why we were so tense upstairs. Because I'm like,
really?
I can't say anything.
I didn't notice.
Good.
I didn't notice at all.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys did the right thing.
Here's where the story gets interesting, though. And it's the reason why I say you got to, if Nick wasn't involved, if Nick had chosen 2 out of the 3 of God, government, and women, you only get fucked by 2 of those. It's still a bad time. You get fucked by all 3. Here's how he got the.
So, how he's getting.
Yeah, check this out. So there's 2 things that I find very suspicious in all this. On 5/16, so when was that? About 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, a week and a half. I mean,
a week and a half,
close to
11
days, right?
So 2 weeks ago at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
This is the details. Sergeant David Nestor of the Candy Ho whatever County Sheriff's Office was asked to stop into the office to take a mandatory reporting call from an individual he wished to remain anonymous, but was mandated to report. Do you know what that is? Mandatory reporting.
Well, it's mandatory reporting could be, I believe, like a therapist.
Yeah.
Somebody like if they think
teachers.
Yeah.
Clergy.
They have an obligation. I
know a lot about mandatory reporting because.
Well, I know therapists. It's a law thing. Like
yeah. It's a law thing for all of them.
For all of them. Okay.
Anybody that works with kids, they have to report.
Yeah.
They have to report suspected child
or somebody who's
negligence.
not in a great frame of mind, and they literally believe that they may go murder their ex-wife or something or harm themselves.
Yeah. I don't like that last one. His name was Kevin Mellon, who is a pastor with the Evangelical Covenant Church of the city of New London. So
which is where he goes.
He's a pastor to a family with 5 children.
Yeah.
The family he received reported information of neglect. This is where it gets odd, right? The family he received reported information of neglect.
The family he received. Wait. The family he
is Nick Rekieta.
But that's with 5
and
children.
His wife.
The family he received. I don't understand that sentence. That's not is the family he received
reported information of neglect on.
What? The family. I don't grammatically. That's wrong, right?
No, he received the information.
Who did?
The pastor. This is saying that the pastor received information
but it says
that there was neglect.
But he is the pastor. Oh, to a family. Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, he is the pastor to a family with 5
got
children.
it. I didn't see that's where the sentence started.
The family he received reported information of neglect on is Nick Rekieta, his wife, and then a bunch of their kids. So he didn't get the He received the information. He didn't see it.
Right. Okay.
Man, maybe a lot of people think I'm wrong on this, but I think if you're like, I know teachers, if they get information from a kid, like I'm getting the shit kicked out of me at home, they have to say, I have to report you. I'm a mandated reporter. I got to report you. That's school policy.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. I got to report you. And then they go call CPS, right?
Yeah.
And CPS takes care of it. They go to the house. They interview the kid.
They fuck it all up.
Well, sometimes, yeah. But sometimes they are getting there. Sometimes there are kids getting there.
I just mean...
you were getting raped. Oh, okay.
No, CPS is fucking notorious for, like,
they're
not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
So in this case, instead of that, where you get a CPS person go and say, is there neglect going on here? The cops show up with a search warrant and a battering ram.
Right.
And go straight for safes that are chock full of felony of cocaine. Isn't that peculiar?
I mean, I guess if they went in there and
peculiar.
Yeah, why would they need to? But what was the warrant for?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what does the warrant say? They should. I mean, there should be. People should be able to get that, right?
You can't just get. There's not a warrant for look around, you know.
Well, no, I know, no, of course.
You got locked safes in there, man. You can't just go.
Besides,
poke around.
Is it a? Yeah, I don't know.
They also have to look for. They can't just get a rumor and go okay, that judge, that's it, we got it.
Yeah,
it's got to be verified a little bit.
Yeah,
or else it's a unconstitutional search warrant, which would be fucking hilarious if in this case. If that search warrant turns out to be unconstitutional, and the coke is inadmissible in court, and Nick gets to walk out of this fiasco, then it's really white boy summer.
Well, yeah, I mean that would, and he doesn't ever do that shit again, and fixes his gets his family.
Well,
okay.
He can't now. I watched his arraignment.
You did?
Yeah, where he's in a little blue jumpsuit.
Watched it. It was on
televised. It was on a fucking Zoom call.
Yeah.
Where his the conditions of his bail, I think that he can't drink or do any drugs at all, and gets random drug tested.
Yeah.
So he's not. He's got a problem. He's going to jail.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't have a choice of quitting now.
Yeah.
Which people love.
Yep.
Yeah. Now this is what he needs to clean up. Man. You guys are fucked. This is not. So maybe it's just me, but I'm thinking a pastor that receives information about neglect, and the only evidence is dirty dishes.
And he received it from who?
I don't know. I don't know.
I need to read this again.
Peculiar. The affidavit has not been released yet where they say what the evidence is.
So the pastor received it from someone. And then reported it to the sheriff's station.
Suddenly. Ounce of cocaine makes me think there's been drug use for a while.
I would think so.
But suddenly something changed.
Yeah.
Now he's got a pastor who knows the family very, very well, right?
You would think.
This is the same pastor who kicked Nick off of their homeschool group. They've got a homeschool thing where the teachers swap in and out, right? And they teach kids about stuff.
Yeah.
Nick was teaching constitutional law, and I think this pastor is the one that booted him out because of his online shit. And they had a big fight about it.
Yeah. Huh.
So he already doesn't like him.
Yeah.
I personally find the idea of a pastor who is supposed to do everything to protect. You're a mandated reporter, right? You got to report.
I guess so. Yeah, yeah.
If you're a mandated reporter, you have to report shit.
Yeah,
you're either reporting shit to report shit, or you're a mandated reporter and you're reporting it to cover your ass.
Right. That's why it's mandated.
You're either reporting it or you're covering your ass.
Right.
Which one is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're covering your ass, as stated, and you want to be nice and anonymous and safe from any sort of judgment or retribution, right? Which you cannot escape the retribution of God, by the way. You should at least, if it's a mandated reporter situation, you should at least give the person that you're potentially ruining the life of a heads up, right? Hey man, I gotta report you to the cops for this.
Because it depends what kind of relationship you have with them.
What the fuck kind of relationship does a pastor have with people?
Supposed to be like you're supposed to be like your brother.
This isn't a doctor treating a beaten woman in an emergency room. Oh, man, I'm seeing evidence of spousal abuse. I got to report you. Hey, honey, I'm reporting you. I got to report this to the cops. This is a guy who knows everything, right?
Yeah. This is
no heads up,
right?
Because the penalty for child neglect is 1 year. Mm-hmm. The penalty for having slightly more than 25 grams of coke is 25 years
and
$500,000. You don't think maybe that this cocksucker is kind of abusing the position and the stipulations of a mandatory reporter situation to exert some sort of control over what he sees as a very dangerous vice? Does nobody else think that?
So you mean because he knows, he makes sure to report the cocaine to the cops?
Wouldn't they have to know? Hey, there's a bunch. I know. I was told this. I know.
Wouldn't
it's
the
in
pastor
there.
have to know?
Yeah.
I mean,
kind of think.
I would think so because I
don't think you can just say, "Oh yeah, there's." If you're saying there's a bunch of kids
odd
getting
that they
neglected,
were going for what's in the safes, as opposed to going in.
Hey kids, are you okay?
Well,
I'm just a CPS agent. Are you okay? Let me interview you all.
But it wasn't a CPS agent.
No,
right?
It was the police.
It was right,
and he called the police.
Yeah. So you're saying he could be fighting a holy war, kind of. I mean, like
I think if you're ratting somebody out and you're in a position like this as a pastor, and you're mandatory reporting it, I think you will burn in hell for betraying a family and potentially destroying these people's lives.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, by the way, I went ahead and I got to report you, obviously, but I went ahead and, reported you. I'm letting you know so you can clean yourself up.
Right.
Because
you
don't want to ruin your life,
right.
But you need some. I went ahead and did it, man.
Mandatory reporting.
Mandatory reporting.
I came into credible evidence that
it's just fucking crazy.
So I think it's the whole child endangerment thing being a year or whatever, and the drugs being 25 years.
So what are we doing here exactly?
That to me,
negligence is 1 year.
That's America right there to me. That's America right there to me. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what? I'm so tired of people. Think of the children. Think of the children. This is a prop. Fuck you. You don't give a fuck
about the kids
unless they're yours or they look just like yours. That's the fucking fact of the matter. Don't tell me you're fucking saving the kids.
It is really grating. The performative interventions. Nick's very famous, so people are coming out of the woodwork to give their canned spiel on addiction, like it's ever helped anybody. Oh wow, some pretentious cocksucker online thinks drugs are bad. No one's ever heard that before. I'm sure every fucking drug addict just thinks it's going amazing for them.
Look, the only fucking thing you can do, like if you have experience, is tell your experience with it. Everything else is like, you should do this, you shouldn't. It's bullshit. Like you can't like you just go, well, this is what happened to me, or this is what. That's it.
So then then I see a little bit more. I'm like, that's odd. Why would the pastor do this, right?
Yeah.
I hate him already. I hate this behavior.
So hang on, go back to the beginning of this for 1 second. I want to see this. Like
where at?
I mean the top of this paragraph.
Oops.
I can read it from there.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oops. There.
I said it was fine.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. I, Sergeant David. Okay. So this guy said he had to take a mandatory report for which to remain anonymous, but mandated report. He's a pastor with he's a pastor with family of 5 children. The family. Okay, this sentence still doesn't make sense. The family he received reported information of neglect is on. Okay, so I got it.
Maybe
okay.
one of the kids said something.
The family. So it's who told the pastor
about that, man.
And they're not saying who told him.
This
he
pops
received.
Up.
He didn't see.
So then this little ditty.
He didn't observe.
Up. This other girl, April.
Yeah.
That was arrested with them.
Yes.
She's a cute girl.
Yeah.
Apparently, she left her husband and moved in with Rekieta's a couple days before this. I copied someone's timeline. Yeah, she, I guess...
oh, boy. Just a fucking instant party, just add Coke. Jesus Christ.
So this guy's wife, and Nick and his wife were... I don't know how much of this is true because I listened to some of this man's... he's been going from show to show doing tell-alls about every salacious, dirty thing he can...
Who?
this guy Aaron, this woman April's husband,
right?
Aaron
Who, estranged husband.
Well, yeah, but very recently.
Apparently,
April and those two and the Rekietas were doing a little bit of wife swapping, maybe.
Yeah,
and,
I gathered
they were letting the cocaine do the thinking, I guess.
Yeah,
and the Molly.
Yeah,
and she left him.
Yeah,
April.
Right.
This was public. She left him.
Yeah. So now we're figuring out who told the pastor.
Well, Sean, and then he said, "Oh, I called Nick's wife's parents," and he's been going from show to show talking about like how dangerous drugs are and that Nick deserves to go to jail, and he's obviously seething with hatred.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he was the one who just like he got out of the pool first. And then was like, these guys are all fucking wet. It's like, you're dripping, dude. You don't have a fucking towel either.
Oh.
Okay, it's all coming
Is it
together.
making sense for you now?
Sure, yeah. More information.
They did some where's the hot tub stream
look,
picture? I
tried to stop them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me the hot. No, don't post that. Somebody give me the hot tub picture.
I don't know. And I'm going off half cocked, of course, because I don't fucking have.
Look, man. If you're screaming about how somebody needs to go to jail and then they go to jail,
right? Well, because it was it was all fun and games until somebody leaves somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And moves in with somebody.
Then the coke's then all is a big problem.
This has gone too far.
This has gone too far. Yeah. I lost my wife.
Is that guy is that couple a member of the church too?
No, I don't think so.
No,
they live in the same town. I guess they started hanging out after some comedy.
So would
show.
he have had contact with the pastor, or depending on what it's like? Oh,
man,
who can I tell? Who can I tell? Who
the way he
has
tells
to
it,
tell somebody?
He got on the horn with the parents.
Her parents. Nick's wife's
parents.
Yeah.
And maybe put the fear of God into him. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I know what I see.
Then maybe the parents,
Yeah.
There's a number of ways that it could have gotten. But
whoever whoever
did it was smart enough. If the pastor didn't have firsthand information, somebody was smart enough to know if this is what they wanted. They're smart enough to know that the pastor is obligated to report this.
Oh, right. Starting to make sense, right?
Yeah, sure. If that's your end goal, then
one more thing, right?
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see the affidavit, I guess.
Christ,
it's horrible.
I'm sure there's got to be so many there's got to be so much information and misinformation.
This one, see this
floating around.
This is Nick, his wife.
Yeah.
This is the guy. This is the woman. This is a hot,
she's cute.
Hot young wife there, right?
Yeah.
Hot young wife.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too.
Fucking around with coke, man. That's.
Usually, in the old days, you get killed for that.
Yeah.
Grab somebody's wife.
Yeah.
Fuck her, take her away. He'd show up, kill you.
Yeah. Sure. Sometimes it even happens today.
Sometimes it happens today.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, make a 3-hour documentary about you that releases 5 years late. Sometimes they try to kill you.
Yeah.
What else is on the table?
Everything in between.
Everything in between those things.
Right.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it's too bad. That's a huge fucking mess. For everybody, for the kids, for the family, nobody's coming out better. Nobody's coming out for better than this. Nobody's coming out better. Nobody's life was saved. Nobody's
never.
Yeah.
Isn't your Gotti boy supposed to help you on this one? Gotti? You needed somebody more important. You needed someone more powerful than God.
Well,
like CPS, right?
He's kind of hands off. That's
the problem.
Yeah, God. Well, yeah.
Oh, God.
He bumblefucks a lot of stuff up. He's getting a little, he's forgetful, and he's been around a while, and kind of just, shit, I forgot to feed them. Fuck.
There's all these guns.
Turn off that African drought. God damn it! It's like fucking 10 years. Fuck! I meant to do that like 10 years ago. Shit.
I mean, it feels like we're still in the 80s, the 90s with some of this shit. People are like, well, they had guns. Yeah, they got chainsaws in the garage. You guys are talking about.
Well, they're worried about
talking about guns. Kids should know how to use guns. What are you talking about?
Well, they should be
especially if they're going to church.
If there's guns in the house, then they should be taught all
to
about
use the
them
guns
safely.
Well, kids could get into those guns. You got a fucking steak. You got scissors in the kitchen. What do you think? You're gonna lock up the goddamn scissors?
That just comes down to parenting and saying like this is what this is.
Blowing
this
my
is what this
mind
can
that
do.
We're
this
still
is
in
how
this
you.
State.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought we'd move past this shit.
No.
Well,
Wow.
This could happen with guys become. It's tough to messing around with guys' wives. That's trouble. I don't.
No, it's yeah.
Especially if they're an internet person. Especially if you're famous.
Well, it's all till someone.
I hate.
Look, it's all fun and games till someone catches feelings, and that's then
all of a sudden,
all bets are off.
And Nick can't say shit obviously because it would fuck up his case.
Yeah.
So this dude's just going around like.
Yeah. No, that's got to be.
Nick said this. Nick said this. The only reason I saw it is because he said that Nick told me all about some swinger shit, and I said, no.
Yeah.
Don't bring me into this. I don't know anything about what's going on here. Don't.
Yeah, the hardest thing to do has got to be to.
I got enough problems
to bite your tongue, like if anybody's talking about you and telling mostly the truth, let alone like what if somebody's that's hard to bite your tongue out. What if they're telling just out and out lies for months and months and you can't say that would fucking drive me crazy.
Yeah, it would. He can't drink anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Jesus.
Wow. Well, I don't really have.
It's one of the. I would say probably one of the last things I would be expecting to hear.
And I thought it'd be Ralph. I'm like, well, Ralph. If somebody went to jail to use a friend of yours, like, oh, it was Ralph. Well, no, actually, he's sober.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, because
do I get credit for that? I've been getting blamed for drinking for 3 years.
You always have said things like you don't advocate that lifestyle for everybody. You understand that it's not good for everybody. Some people should probably not do it.
Maybe some people, if you're a little trusting, don't do that. Don't get involved with bad people.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm saying about substance and stuff like that.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, I've heard you say. It's good. Like it's good for Ralph to be sober.
If he wants to be sober, that's great.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to be, I'll help. I want you to be.
Yeah.
I want you to be your full. You know your life better than me. Whatever you want to be, I'll help you do.
Yeah. Well,
as long as it's not too expensive.
What's funny though is some people really don't know their lives. Like the other people know because they've never been honest with themselves, or it's like they don't have the amount of introspection that some other people have.
Yeah.
So it's like there are some people who are like, I've been there. I see it. Like I know you're doing all the like you can predict behavior with virtual certainty.
Yeah.
And they'll never see. They're like, why did that fucking happen? It's like
they'll say
I can't say it, but it's like
they'll say that. But sometimes people just want to blow their life up.
Absolutely true.
That's not. What am I going to fault you for that?
It's not your responsibility.
What did you want? I didn't. I wasn't living it.
Yeah.
I'm not here to stop you.
Some people want to blow their lives up. Some people don't understand that they're going to blow their lives up. It's it's wild.
I definitely recommend not going to prison.
Yeah.
I'm always been a big advocate of
anti going to prison. I would say that's
definitely put that at the top. You got to watch out. I say don't get into that God shit. One thing you know, you're singing and clapping Kumbaya. The next thing you know, you're getting your pastor's ratting you out to the feds.
Slippery slope.
Why do you hate religion so much? Oh, right there. Right fucking there. I mean, they think they're on a mission from God. Well, that's why.
Look, when people are absolutely certain that they are morally correct,
So they're capable of anything.
They're dangerous. It's a dangerous person.
That's why.
It's a very dangerous person.
Whew.
When literally you
don't understand.
You have God backing you fully. You're capable of anything.
He's a mandatory reporter, though. Oh, so he'd rather burn in hell than go to jail for a year? What are you telling me here? Mandatory reporter of what? Of what exactly?
Well, yeah. I don't know what he was told, and I mean, he could have been.
If a kid told him shit, I'm gonna look like a real fucking asshole.
I don't know.
But I don't. I don't know. I just know it's in front of me.
I don't know. I mean, it begs.
As someone who's been pursued
questions.
by a crazy internet person for 8 years, I'm a little. My judgment is a little biased.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I know how guys get.
I mean, I
know how guys get when their girls bite off
Yes.
more than they can chew.
Yes.
Girl gets a little crazy,
Yeah.
wants to get wild. They don't want to get wild. They can't keep her under control.
And that,
how you going to keep Bunny Lebowski on the farm, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, this is way more fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go party.
Right.
You? See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to kill you now, man.
Right.
Seen it.
No, this makes a lot of sense.
Anyway.
Wow.
I don't even know how to continue from that.
Voicemails?
Talk about the WNBA? I don't know.
Speaking of cocaine.
Don't you think it's odd that a pastor would report somebody and not tell them? You know, in your family for fucking years.
When it's a pastor is supposed to have a very close relationship with the flock, right? I mean,
wouldn't you think it's weird if your fucking parents reported you to the cops without telling you?
Well, I've known parents to do that because they didn't know what fucking else to do for the fucking kid because they were afraid he's gonna die.
I hope they would tell them at least.
Well, then it's like then you go away and then you run and then you maybe
John
OD,
Wayne
you do
shit,
whatever.
Man, everybody, people are like, well, if they told them they'd have time to cover up the evidence. Oh, you mean like stop beating kids? Yeah, that would be real bad, right? Cover up what evidence?
Yeah.
What do you like the no knock shit that you guys are allowing no-knock raids.
Oh, yeah.
Or no-knock warrants. Or just bust in and start blasting people.
Jesus Christ.
So they don't cover up their crimes.
Right. It's literally like, police, open up, bam, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
Well, or he would get away. Well, where's he going to go? Mars? What?
Yeah, true.
He's still going to be around.
Right.
All right? John Wayne. The John Wayne shit.
What a fucking mess.
Cops are doing fucking... I'm trying to relax,
Yeah.
I got some pit vipers on, so I could look at all the tits I wanted to.
Pit vipers?
Yeah, those big shades.
That's what those
wrap
are?
around.
Oh, gotcha,
I could look anywhere I want with those, Sean.
Those are good lake shades, huh?
Yeah, good lake shades. And the cops are doing fucking donuts in there.
Yeah.
With like binoculars, like 10 feet away in the lake. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
You guys are really ruining this.
They're just watching everybody.
They're just ruining the atmosphere.
They're just waiting for anybody. Yeah, just to go. Yeah, God, they're so fucking bored.
Go police each other.
Yeah. Dude, don't think fucking they don't get involved in that shit.
Oh yeah, are they mandatory reporters?
Oh no, I mean just with all that fucking crazy shit, like anything that they're talking. Do you remember in Santa Clarita? This was like late '80s, I think. Like the operation to uncover it was called Operation Big Spender. There was a bunch of people from the sheriff's department who were like drug raids and stuff.
Yeah,
and so they were building fucking wings onto their houses. They're doing all kinds of fucking stupid shit. Throwing these huge fucking parties.
Yeah. Let me try to find something lighter. I hope Nick does. That'd be great if a guy just booted out. Like, yeah, you guys didn't really do any work to deserve this search warrant. You can't just go,
yeah, I mean, it's all...
I heard from a guy that there was a... But if they pin it to this other dude,
but a judge has to grant a search warrant, correct?
Yeah.
So you have to basically convince like the DA or somebody has to convince a judge that there's enough, that it's warranted before they can, send out the cops.
It might be. I don't know.
I
wish I had someone to explain it to me.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew what I was
I'd like to see
talking about.
Yeah, man, I'd like to see the report, but what a mess.
That's dirty stuff happening to Nick.
Yeah,
the dude that got his wife took, or that lost his wife, whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
is going around saying wild shit, man.
What, he's just posting everywhere, or is he going on shows?
He's saying that him and his wife would come over to stay for sex parties, and
Nick would hold him at gunpoint, naked.
And he would get so bored of the sex parties that he would go like clean their house, like goes like sweep the house and wash dishes and stuff.
This is what he's saying? Oh my God! Talk about really trying to put some distance between. Like, I wasn't involved in this at all. I mean, I just wanted my wife to be safe when she was fucking.
What are you, like the maid? What are you talking?
Nick.
What kind of story is this?
It's like, yeah. I didn't even want to be. I just wanted her to get to and she was going to do it anyway. So I just wanted her to be safe.
Clean.
Yeah, going to. So I just, I was just didn't know what to do. So the house was in such disarray. I was just cleaning everything, and I fed the kids and.
Dude, he's like that. You remember that in Boogie Nights when that guy who kills himself?
William Macy?
Yeah, he sees his chicken bang.
Yeah, for the last time.
yeah.
He kills them first.
Oh, yeah.
He kills them, and then he walks out, and he gives a little smirk, and he just goes, bam! Then later there's a picture of him.
I don't know, man.
Painting of him on the wall. That's great.
It's just a hunch, just a guess, right?
Yeah.
I just want to see what was said, that's all. Is that so wrong?
You just want to see what?
I just want to see who said what.
Well, no.
Pastor him.
Sure.
And I want to see who said what to them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's bragging about making calls.
Who was bragging?
Saying that guy.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Bragging about calling people's parents.
Yeah.
Calling people's parents.
Calling people's pastors.
Well, did they call the how many people?
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. I don't know.
Right.
I want to constantly be aware that what I'm doing is potentially either poisonous or criminal.
Good.
In some regard.
Good. I'll alert your pastor.
It's just one more thing that could fuck you. That's life.
Yeah.
Every friend you make, every person you associate with, especially famous people.
Well, it's two people can keep a secret if one of them's dead.
Dead.
Right? That's the Ultimately, you're exposed a little more with each person who knows about something.
Every person will fuck you.
Yeah. Potentially. Yeah, there's a failure point. A potential failure point.
And one that is beholden to an idea in their head that is omnipotent and all-knowing, and the birth of grace and kindness and the solution to everything is a very fucking dangerous link in your chain. You know what I'm saying?
I've always thought so.
I got some close confidants. Yeah, one of them believes he speaks to a supernatural entity. And will be rewarded with an eternity of paradise as long as he acts upon every instinct he has. Oh, keep that person the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Don't even tell him my name.
Right.
No, he's a good guy. Maybe. Until he's got an impulse that wants to send me to jail.
I'm happy to be wrong on that. Just in case.
These fucking kids. I'm like, oh, God's great. Yeah. Come back to me in 20 years. See how you guys feel about all this marriage shit you're always talking about. God shit. Here's one. What time is it? Oh, man, we've already been going so long talking about that.
Have we? Well, it was worth... you kind of got to talk about it. Of course, if you hadn't, I would be none the wiser. It could be next year, and I wouldn't have known about it.
Yeah. The problem is he's too nice. I think that's the real problem.
What,
here.
Nick?
Yeah.
Why? Why? What does being nice have to do with it?
I don't know. You get the wrong kind of friends.
Oh, you mean like if he was a shithead, then we could tear into it with zest? Is that what? Or
no, I don't know. Just this couple that they were palling around with.
Yeah,
it's bad news.
Yeah, that's
bad news.
No, that's an explosive.
Diarrhea.
This can happen very easily when you're fucking around.
This can happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna pull?
But
up?
the Coke says, "Nah, man, it's good.
It's good, man.
It's good.
It'll be fine.
It's good. Totally. We love each other. It's great. Everybody's great. Everybody's great. You're great.
I'm great. We're all great."
What did Dennis Leary talk about? If Hitler had Coke, there'd be Jews in the bathroom going, "I know you didn't do it, man." Like,
yeah. And then everybody's got their 2 cents on everything, People who learn everything about drugs from a movie. Well, this is what happens. That's not what happens. It's like the child endangerment shit. Oh man, this is dirty. The house is filthy. Oh really? How long would it take you to clean?
Well,
20 minutes.
One man's filthy is another man's clutter is another.
Dishes, dirty dishes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
At 8 in the morning? Well, shocker.
Yeah, right.
And they were all in the, they were in the sink.
Yeah.
That's bad. It's bad news.
Right.
It's bad. Can you make the, let me ask, can you make the child endangerment case without the cocaine?
Well.
Or no?
Right.
Because
right.
Seems like you're just using that one so people cannot talk about the other one.
Yeah.
I see the system you guys have developed there.
Be very interesting to know how the cops found out about the coke.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
Is it policy to go for safes in the bedroom, or did you know they were there?
And that's honest answer. I have no idea. I have no idea if they go look around in every room in the house and they go, "Hey, what's in the safe?" Do they have basically, quote unquote license to say open up every area of your house,
I don't know.
Are they there looking?
I think they have to look for something
specific things that they're there for. That's what I think, but I have no idea.
It's very annoying. Everyone's already pissed at me for the Nick shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Why? Because you're talking about it, or just because you're talking about it, or
because I'm not working myself up into like a towering because I have so much experience with drug people.
Yeah.
And criminality.
Yeah.
That I'm not like working myself up into this righteous, indignant fury over it.
So are people
You ruined your life.
Oh, they want you to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well,
you should have said something.
Some of that comes with age, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Rep Jasmine Crockett. You remember this girl?
Yeah, I do.
Was arguing about bangs and
all kinds
eyelashes
of shit.
or something in Congress. Rep Jasmine Crockett. I don't know. I think they feel betrayed.
Yeah.
And they want someone to answer for it. That's the real.
Oh.
Because the people who are addicted won't. They can't get any. You can't squeeze any blood out of that stone, right?
Yeah.
You can't get what you want. If you feel betrayed, you cannot get what you want out of the person that betrayed you. Because either they're ignoring, especially in like a parasocial relationship like this, you can't get it out of the person that you feel betrayed you. First of all, it's sick that you are needing this from like a person that you don't know, right? Like a celebrity.
Okay.
David Hasselhoff betrayed me when he was drinking on the floor with a hamburger, right?
Right.
So then they go to, well, who can I get this? Who can resolve this feeling for me? I need someone to answer. You.
Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah.
You need to answer.
People have to blame somebody.
Yeah.
You try to make sense out of shit, and it's like usually completely irrational.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Baps, I've realized that Maddox isn't a satirist. He's just a contrarian. Pepperoni on pizza is delicious, but of course he hates that. Yeah. Also, fuck you, Dick, for not... Well, he's got a big win this week.
Yeah, I guess... yep.
Celebrating, talking about how I led Nick to ruin.
Oh, is he saying that?
Yeah, he said Nick adopted my lifestyle, so I caused... Null's saying that too.
Come on, you
totally
guys.
Totally crazy.
Nobody's making...
Everyone who hangs out with Dick falls into ruin. Well, I mean, internet people, yeah, but you know, they're all kind of a little wah-wah.
I've hung out with you, and I'm better now. I've climbed out of ruin.
I don't know what they want. I think it's
someone to blame. Someone to blame. Well, I mean, they want. He wants to tap dance.
Yeah. With a high morality.
Sure, such a bad guy, but no. The bottom line is,
I would have never gotten into drugs. Never.
Yeah.
No. I would never have a drink ever.
Everybody's responsible for fucking what they do. It's the only thing you can fucking control.
I would have done something different. I would have fixed everything.
Sure.
I've been trying to help Vito with his obesity food addiction for like a year.
Right.
I don't get any credit for that. I made a whole game show just to help him.
Have you introduced him to cocaine? Or
is that what I should be doing?
Or has he met your pastor?
Yeah, I got to get Vito a pastor.
Pastor, yep.
Oh, some of these motherfuckers are 600 pounds. Oh, Nick really has a problem. Oh, yeah? So, yes, you Americans are being robbed. Go vote up circumcision apologists. So Nick can't have an ounce of Coke, but everyone gets their penis chopped off? What the hell is that?
The Coke will make you feel like you got circumcised a lot, right? I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's not even that. Like, I don't know why it's like it's so romanticized by Hollywood.
What?
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
It's so illegal. Like if it was legal, I don't think that many people would do it. Only like 2 million people do coke.
Yeah.
Like 200 million drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's that good.
Yeah, maybe not. Well,
people really get hooked on it, though. Some people.
Well, no, for sure. For sure. Some people, it's like, you try different, it's your thing.
But smoking and liquor, I think smoking and liquor and sports gambling, I think are
very broad,
way more dangerous than cocaine. Like if a kid got discovered caught with cocaine, I'd be like, what? That's a little odd. If they got caught smoking, I'd be like, oh man, that's bad news, man.
Yeah, I mean that's bad for your health for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm stuck in this.
Yeah, liquor can cause so many problems for everybody.
We're stuck in this spot where you have to justify thinking that people should be able to have whatever they want.
Yeah.
Do whatever they want. Especially in a safe in their own fucking house. Over the past 5 years, I've spent thousands of dollars on dating apps. Wow.
Fucking.
In that time, I've received 0 matches. What the fuck?
It's like cocaine. You get more out of coke, probably.
I'm not a Giga Chad. He's like that's a big drug bust for a small county in Minnesota.
Probably. I mean, he lives like kind of out there, doesn't he?
Way out there. There's only like 1,500 people in his town.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Everybody's up in everybody's business.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody in those small towns, man. You think like 1,500 people, that ain't that much. Like, you see the same people all over the place. You might not know all their names, but...
Yeah.
You're only like 1-2 degrees like separated from, being married to that. I mean, like everybody's so connected.
You really have to have your guard up around internet people.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it's just the nature of like being a
You mean being an
celebrity.
internet person?
Yeah.
You have to have your
especially
guard up.
Nick because he's like way more famous than me, than us.
See, and I don't even know how big he is or
well, his Rittenhouse coverage was huge.
Yeah.
But then people started not like him.
Yeah, well,
as it happens on the internet,
as happens in life. Like I mean, we want people taken down a peg.
Yeah.
It could be
always.
the most wholesome, fucking all-American, God-loving quarterback, or something. And it's like if you win 2 Super Bowls, it's like knock that fucker off, and then pray for the comeback story. Root for the comeback. But yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know. I only take him as I know him. I always like Nick. But,
I was a little worried about him. He sent this email out that was like it was like kind of a thanks for your support email, but also like see you again. And I'm like oh no.
Yeah, like writing a little bit like I don't know what the word where you're like what could this be?
I didn't think doing a podcast I would spend so much time worried about my friends killing themselves.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same in other industries. I don't know if garbage men spend a lot of time thinking about suicidal emails they
but it does happen in any industry where a lot of people watch you fall. That's it. Anytime your failures are broadcast across when a lot of people find out, you're public, that can lead to that. Plus, a lot of these internet people, it's a different kind of fame.
Yeah.
Like because they were in their house the whole time and they got famous out of their house. And now as opposed to being like an actor or a musician or something like that where you're around, you get
a lot easier to blend the two.
Right. And all of a sudden, and you get so you do not have the tools to deal with that kind of stuff.
I got that. I call him up real fast, like, oh, thank God. Okay. I talked to him for a minute, and then...
You did?
Yeah, hung up, shaking, obviously, and there was a rap on my car door sitting out there in the desert at the music festival, and this guy goes, whack, 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 on the door, and I'm like, oh.
You just talked to Nick?
Roll the window down, and he goes, hey, it was one of the guys that helped me with the shade structure, and he goes, hey, sorry about your shade structure. You want some Coke? And I'm like, you have no idea how funny that is that you...
That's hilarious. Wow. Good timing. Trippy. Is it the Mandela effect?
I started just laughing. It's like, Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You shouldn't be asking people that, man.
Yeah. I could be a cop without a shade.
Look at
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Come on. Ignore adults.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was he going to show up with a battering ram at your house while you're having sex with his stepsister?
I don't know, man. You might drive a train through your front door.
Okay. Oh, wow. This is a big one.
What a fucking episode this is.
It's just a fucking mess, man.
Oh,
How do you pull out of this one?
You
You got to get your kids back. You can't ever drink on stream again, right?
No, look,
I always regret getting too drunk on stream, so.
Yeah, and if you do, then then a lot of people should.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's healthy. Like, I shouldn't have done that.
But
that was bad. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, you're not responsible for other people the same way. You don't have dependents and how do you recover? You
got to get the kids back. Step one.
You got to stay out of jail. You got to do the fucking you got to stay out of jail. You got to do the steps, whatever the steps it takes to fucking.
Is he gonna have to do time
satisfy?
for this?
Who knows? I mean,
who knows? It's a small town. They could really hate him.
You never fucking. I guess
the judge could hate him. The fucking pastor could hate him.
You never know.
This other couple that they're fucking around with could hate him.
Get like suspended sentence, community. I mean, who knows?
I don't know what they did to me. And then the woman posted this thing saying, "I'm not an addict. Someone did that to me."
Look, I hope it's.
Man.
I hope it's a smarten up fucking wake up call. You know what I mean? Just a little upside that just fucking.
Let's deal with jail first.
Look,
all right, let's
smarten up. You get if you could get away with just slap on the wrist and get and you know what I mean. And you change your
everybody
behavior.
Else. This is remember that you have to get away with everything that you're doing. If you're doing anything, you got to get away with it. That's the most important part of doing something.
Well,
of doing illegal shit is getting away with it. We got to free Nick. I don't know how we're doing it.
Well,
I know those kids weren't neglected. They were. It'd be all over the police report.
You would think so. The kids were dirty. Looks like
bruises.
The young one looked like they'd been wearing the same clothes for.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Did we read the whole police report? Did we
skip some?
No, I mean, is there a police report?
I don't. I think we read it. It was all about the guns and stuff.
Was that I don't even know what we read.
Yeah. What do we? Did I miss anything?
I don't know.
Did I miss anything in here,
I'm
guys?
sure next week we'll have more literature.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone will be more upset with me next week.
Really?
I guess I'm just like nuts for not thinking that guns laying around and drugs being stored in drug places is like inherently wrong. I'm not saying it's good behavior. But it's not something that the government needs to be involved in.
Yeah, I mean,
kids getting their ass kicked, getting raped. Yeah. Send the government in.
Yeah. I mean,
those kids are not going to have fun where they're going, but it's the best thing we got.
Yeah, right.
Send the CPS guys in. Send the parents to alcohol class or whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
That's okay, but guns laying around.
I don't know if I've
in a drug area, alcohol in the fridge. I don't think the government should be involved in that.
Yeah, I think they had when.
I'm not saying you should do it, but
I think they just had like a baby when
Nick and his wife.
Yeah,
I don't know that Atlanta they had a new baby.
Has he brought any of the other kids to any of the shows or anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the police report. Maybe I'll you know what? I'll play this.
What? We can.
I'll look for it. Oh, I forgot the fucking delay.
Presenting Dick.
Oh no! Is that true? Nick has a woman judge for his case, and he's shit all over her before. I think they're teaming up on him, man. I got a bad feeling about it.
Yeah.
Small town. Ounce of coke. Try that in a small town, Sean.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Just found. This guy says, I just found this recent citation for reckless driving from our hero, Nick Rekieta, with a $150 fine for ignoring it. 80 miles per hour in a 60? What a stand-up guy. Are you fucking kidding me? That's called a freeway, you jackass. It's 80 and a 65.
80 and 60, that is...
Throw the book at him.
No, that's going with the flow of...
Yeah.
I once got a ticket for going 78 in a 65, and cars were passing me. And the cop literally, I was like, was I going different than the flow of traffic? He's like, no, just you were all speeding, so I got you. Like, that was literally the explanation. Well, great.
Scar wants to call in to give his point of view on court. Okay. This is the... Okay, short description. This is what the pastor said. Have a mandatory reporting issue I want to speak with an officer about. Have a mandatory reporting issue I want to speak with an officer about. See file 3310, possible child neglect abuse. Okay.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, okay. The female judge representing Nick's drug case is the same one he was shitting on when he was shit-faced. Ah! This is like Old West shit. Shitting on the judge who's...
Yeah. Don't shit on a hanging judge.
You got to really keep your guard up around internet people, man. Okay. It's a $100 bill with white powder residue that field tested positive for cocaine. A Bindle white bag with white powder substance that field tested positive for cocaine. A cocaine scooper. You think that one tested positive for cocaine? The scooper?
No, probably.
They test it,
right.
You think?
Probably.
2 baggies within a baggie with a funnel.
Uh-huh.
An unknown brown substance.
Huh.
Was it poop? Additional firearm and the ammunition were located in the garage. The total amount of measurable cocaine in the master bedroom was 26.67 grams with packaging.
Okay.
Oh, without the packaging.
Yeah, well, I mean, it weighs something, doesn't it?
Yeah, cut out. Oh, man, please. God, I hope that goes under a felony. Schedule 2 substance. Ketamine is a Schedule 1 controlled substance. Isn't ketamine legal in California?
There's
like ketamine therapists.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
That's crazy too, right?
Yeah. Well,
some of this shit is legal here.
Yeah.
Detective.
Yeah, matter of fact, it depends on the state, but like Kaiser, I believe, opened 5 ketamine clinics for their,
Detective Popple met with Nick Rekieta outside his residence. He was read his Miranda rights and agreed to speak with the officers without counsel. Nick Rekieta indicated that he sleeps in the master bedroom with his wife. He indicated that April Imholt was at the home visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they weren't doing any weird sex stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I just hear coke, and then like the guy who's separated recently. Like, that's where my mind goes. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Not proof of that.
Nick and his wife were placed under arrest. While being placed under arrest, Detective Poplins noted several injuries to the arms of Nick that appeared consistent with sores that are common with controlled substance users.
What?
You fucking liars. No, he didn't have track marks.
Well, I mean, like, how...
You see the cops lie about fucking everything.
Yeah, like...
They're stupid, and they lie about fucking everything. Nick should have taken some... fentanyl, a drop of fentanyl, and put it above the door, so all the cops would have just fainted.
Yeah.
Oh! Fucking wolf's bane for werewolves.
Unknown brown substance. I'm like, is this heroin we're talking? I mean, like,
probably Molly.
That's
it's kind of brown sometimes.
But like, yeah, I mean, who knows? Sores, like
sores.
Honestly, like, I know I haven't seen the guy in a while, but did he just like fall off? Did he just fall off a cliff as far as like drug use goes? All of a sudden, he's got sores he's picking at and shit. Like, I mean, he
was streaming all the time.
I doubt it.
Sores.
I mean, yeah, you could get.
He might have got his ass. He did have a black eye when he with his mugshot. He might have got his ass kicked. Yeah.
What, by the cops?
No.
By the other by the yeah, I don't know what maybe
hey, I don't know,
yeah,
maybe he hit himself. That happens. Women do it all the time. We're placed under arrest. While being placed under arrest, several injuries consistent with sores. You see how they lie about shit? Consistent that sores of controlled substance
and
users.
What is this is the police report?
Yeah, they were transported to jail. His wife didn't speak. At the jail, he was again read his rights and agreed to speak with officers without an attorney. He refused to answer any questions regarding cocaine or other controlled substance use. Nick indicated that he lives in his residence. He stays in the master bedroom with his wife. April with a friend who's visiting and does not live in the residence. While being booked into the jail, his wife requested that her prescription medication be brought to her. Upon reviewing the prescription bottles for his wife that were brought to the jail staff found 2 unknown pills. That doesn't look good. And gummies in one of the prescription bottles. These items did not match the prescription on the bottle. Please take notice.
All right, that doesn't necessarily.
So,
mean anything.
Sean, if the prescription was there, those drugs would have been totally fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah.
You can have infinity Xanax around kids.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, I know.
But
I know.
Ketamine?
Yeah.
Guns?
Yeah. It's amazing what happens to people.
We've got to arrest you.
People, and especially everybody.
Just one fucking label, and it's like their brain just changes gears.
And everybody should know how many ODs are there from prescribed drugs.
Xanax will fucking ruin your life.
Yeah, man. I know.
It fucking destroys your brain more than any other drug.
I know. No, it's
the most
crazy
dangerous ones. They will put kids on enough Ritalin to make you high for a week. Just to sit them in school. How many kids are on Ritalin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ritalin. How many kids?
More than
cocaine?
More than who needs to be.
Oh yeah. Is Ritalin overprescribed? Yes. Yeah. How many kids take Ritalin? 8%.
AIDS 8, 10, 12.
There is no fucking way.
Stated they used Ritalin. So if you're in like 10th or 12th, like that's when they could be getting it themselves too, like, hey, I want some Ritalin, you know what I mean?
From their friend who has a prescription.
Yes. So like that, but yeah. So
this is what annoys me so much about it. People hyperventilating and
weird.
Working themselves up into histrionic fits, not because of drug problems, but because of kids are around them. Yeah. And yet, this is like, well,
it's just different when there's a printed printed label. Yeah.
Did the doctor learn that in equity class?
Yeah.
That was okay?
Sure.
It's not okay. How many kids take medication?
Yeah.
13% of children
with parent-reported were
currently receiving ADHD medicines. That's just way too much, man.
Right. Of the people who were reported who have ADHD. Yeah, including 50% of the boys, 7% of the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
I don't think kids should be on cocaine.
No,
I don't think anybody should be on cocaine.
Probably not. But it's probably better you're not.
It's better that you're not.
Yeah, ideally you don't.
But do what you think is best. You
Again,
gotta have a little.
Not here to tell you what to do, but it's.
And that's what people want. You just got out of jail? Yeah. Oh, they took your kids away? Oh, man. Get ready for my lecture on fucking sobriety.
Yeah, oh, boy.
I am currently a little buzzed, just FYI. That's a mandatory reporting thing that I have to do. I guess the system is just totally amazing for most people. Because they're stupid, so, they don't really think about anything. So it's like, well, they said they're protecting kids, so... I guess they are.
Yeah, they're just,
okay. You want to think about that a little bit more? Nah.
Good.
This is the anti-fatness presentation?
Mm.
Maybe I should do a show where I just take all the slides from the anti-fatness body positivity people and just read them and present them like normal.
Her name's Mercedes.
Sure it's not Buick?
Yeah.
Fatness is blamed for... Oh, it's just all the same shit.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
Yeah, picture.
Oh, boy.
It's what the pizza sees.
They're going to get fucking... She's going to get busted for, like, pretending to be black.
Yeah.
She might be next, right? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dick. I don't care if it's played or not. It's stupid. I'm going to run the fucking clock out on this.
Oh, boy.
It's just Nick, man.
Oh.
Like, he's a good guy. I did something that I didn't think I'd do. I watched some law Twitter, law YouTube. That stupid bullshit. The shit that Nick was doing that made him fucking, that made him famous, rich and famous. I mean, he follows your gravity well. As you even said, Dick, you're a gravity slingshot into the sun. But, you know, if you can ride that fucking gravity slingshot, you can make an orbit around the sun, and you can land on a planet full of riches and fame that you never could ever fathom. That's what Nick did. I don't know. I watched not the deposition, the arraignment. Yeah. It was live streamed. I know you watched it too, and you know, he even said it himself. Never try to represent yourself. And everyone shits on him for doing that, but
well, at his arraignment,
it was kind of
that's not
a trial.
No, he's representing himself at his arraignment, where they give you bail.
Yeah.
Your bail's $50,000.
It's not a
and
trial.
You can't drink, and you have to do random drug testing. What are you gonna? And he said, "I object to the bail amount," and the judge said, "No.
Yeah.
You and your wife both $50,000, so it's costing him $10,000 to go home."
That's
not the same thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Man was hungover, coming off a bunch of fucking coke. I get it. I mean, we both know. We know how it is, and it's fucking hard a little bit. And I think he did good. You know, he can change all that, and get a proper lawyer for everybody. We have the means, and he has the connections. This is the fact that he even when he was like, hey, everything's fucked, right? Shit's fucked. But I understand, he stood by his wife, and I wouldn't have done it, but hey, he even stood by the whore they were both fucking. Which again proves that Nick's a good guy.
He even stood by the whore they were fucking.
Just like Jesus.
Ah! Oh man, he's a good guy. He even stood by the whore they were.
It's just really he's a real wordsmith.
Took him a minute or two to get there, but that he really delivered.
Yeah.
Sean, you always got to stand by the whore you're fucking. That's man code.
He's
a good guy. He stands by the whore.
It's the best piece of advice my grandfather ever gave me. I was 6 or 7,
Son, you always have to stand by the whore you're fucking.
Okay, Grandpa.
You may not want to, but you always have to.
Trust me, you're in it for life.
Now
let's go. Let's go to the garage and get in the car and start it.
Oh.
I'm honestly convinced at this point that he was whenever I was like, oh man, he was fucking going on the DTs, he was fucking drunk, so he wouldn't have had DTs. Honestly, I think one of them was sucking him off under the fucking table. So.
Come on.
I was thinking about it. I've had a lot of liquor. And,
yeah.
We
don't like to think
that.
What's
too hot for me?
Does he look like all fucked up now?
No, it's when he's not. Every time someone says he's shit-faced, I would watch a stream the next
what
day.
was the last time,
you look fine.
Like physical appearance. Like, you can.
He looked fine when I saw him.
All right, yeah.
In Nashville. He looked fine when I saw him on stream.
Which was when? When was Nashville?
God, was it? I don't.
What I'm saying, shit can get fucking. You can get rough looking quick if you got a if you have an aptitude for it. But
yeah.
But that's. It seems like all of a sudden
September 16th,
this sounds
2023.
Like a guy. Yeah. Okay. It sounds like a guy. They make him sound like a guy who I wouldn't recognize. Like I find that hard to believe.
He's lost some weight. He would look when he gets shit faced.
Yeah,
he looks shit faced.
Yeah, but, as you do.
Yeah, then the next day he looks.
Yeah,
I'll see him on stream. I'm like, hey,
yeah,
fine.
Well, he was a thin guy anyway.
Yeah, he's always a thin guy.
But I said, losing weight. There's reasons for that.
Yeah. Did I finish this, guys?
So I'm on cloud 9 right now, Dick, and which is gay. I couldn't stop thinking about fucking that old fucking racket. He's in a bad spot, but I think he'll come out of it. He won't come out of it unscathed.
I and they won't come out of it unscathed.
No, I mean, you know.
All right, you got one run out the clock. Then
Boy, he's gonna almost ran out the clock on this one too. He's yeah.
Let's see. Won't come out unscathed.
There's some scathing, but it's just
significant scathing.
Yeah,
but not years in prison.
No,
fuck that.
No.
Fuck that.
No, not with what I know about what's going on. Right? Yeah, I mean, there's gonna have to be some like wild new information to come to light for me to kind of I would say hopefully he kind of comes to.
Yeah.
And just okay, I'm gonna I had things going real well, and I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Like let's be a little less careless next time. And
the fuck people are very manipulative when it comes to I don't know, when it comes to anybody who disagrees with them on the internet. So
you mean like people bad faith arguing or
I guess you could call it that. But it's also like the responses.
I do a show with you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. I'm always telling you about these people.
Yes.
I'll get because the penalty's like 25 years, right? $500,000.
Conceivably.
But reasonably, I guess it seems like some people are saying, you might get a 2-year suspended sentence.
Yeah.
Which means as long as you don't fuck up, you don't have to
go
to jail.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but courts they just life has this way of surprising you. Courts have this way of surprising you.
Yeah.
Now and then. So
yeah.
It would be nice. That would be very unscathed.
Yeah.
That would be very unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
Less time than Ralph would be
a
little scathed.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
More than a year would be totally fucked.
If he had to serve
if he had to go to prison or jail or whatever for that long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Months, that would be, and then years would be just completely fucked.
I don't know what that accomplishes.
Well, it has nothing to do with children at that point.
No,
that's not the penalty for child neglect.
Yeah,
it's just cocaine, which
which
is totally fucking retarded.
Yeah. I mean, it's
okay. Okay.
Dick, why are you cursed? Why are you cursed, Dick? You seem like a good guy, but everyone around you, it's like their life just falls apart as soon as they get in contact with you.
Really?
Not even in ways related to you. Sometimes they are.
True.
Sometimes they're not.
They're always not.
You should just warn people, man. Hey, nobody gets out of here.
I do!
Second question, why is Sean immune from this curse?
Why are you immune to?
I don't think I am.
Messing your life up, Sean.
Sean's life just seems to be getting better since he's known you.
I've known you for a long time. I don't know about that.
Maybe his life's fucking falling apart in ways I don't know, but it seems like Sean's doing okay.
Well, I'm not worried about going to jail
why are you cursed?
I don't know.
I could be,
why I do this to people.
There's always a chance I could get canceled in some way for some association with this show. Like I'm not going to blame anybody but myself if that happens. Like I don't think I make jokes. People don't like jokes. I mean, maybe people who've come on this show, I guilty by association. I know how the fucking world works. I know how it works, but I'm doing fine as far as the possibly going to jail for something. I'm not worried about that.
You're not worried about going to jail.
No,
all right. Scar, what do you want? Let me get Scar. Are you there? Does anybody have Maddox's quotes from about Nick? Let me see if I have him on my phone. I can't see his fucking account. So suppression.
Hey yo, can you hear me, man?
Yeah. What's up? What do you want to say?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo.
So since I'm the resident Dick Show, convict.
Oh, are you?
I thought, even though I have no felonies, I've been through the court system a couple of times. I wanted to tell you what I think might happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I you know I see that, a lot of people have made accusations. A lot of people are like, hey, there's this thing going on at Nick Rekieta's house. Well, they have to question who's gonna, have that evidence and how they got that evidence. And that evidence is easily, yeah, well, the cops have that evidence because of somebody that made an accusation from, I'm going to make a guess, like Kiwi Farms.
Oh, you think
And
so? Huh.
I think so. I don't think that this pastor honestly believes in the accusations that they're getting. I think that they're passing it off like they're just somebody that's uneducated and ignorant. So I think it might get dismissed. So if it doesn't get dismissed, what might happen is because he made some like dumb remarks.
The coke is there. The coke is real. That's
well. The coke is an accusation, Dick. Okay?
No, the cocaine it was taken from the house.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm trying to help him out here.
How are you helping?
It's an accusation. He's guilty until proven innocent, Dick. As we know in the American court system.
Yeah.
Well, it goes to say that these accusations are baseless and that he might be able to get it thrown out, but he's not doing himself any favors by trying to represent himself.
How do you know he's representing himself? Why do you think that?
Well, he said that in his arraignment.
Yeah, but that's just at the arraignment.
What, man, let me tell you, as somebody that's been drunk in the jail cell before, I feel like he's drunken in the jail, right? Even though he's out on bail, he better start making some better decisions, man. It feels like, it really feels like he's still drunk.
But
and
why? He hasn't been like talking very much.
Well, that's a damn good thing.
Yeah.
The good thing that he's been doing is not been talking. There's been a lot of accusations thrown out about him, but I think that the best thing that he has going for him is the fact that he has a baseless accusation thrown about at him by somebody that had no reason to throw it at him.
Well, let's see. I guess that's a maybe. What if somebody's just way too invested in Nick and decided to tell the pastor, "Hey, this guy's got a bunch of coke in his house."
What evidence do they have that he even has coke in his house besides a guess?
Well, besides the coke?
Well, you got him there on that, but like
maybe you should represent him
in the court of law. You have to have a reasonable suspicion for coke to be there. So
yeah,
I can't see a reason that they would even continue on this.
Well, I don't know. We got to wait for the affidavit for the search warrant to come out.
Well, I agree. It's not even an affidavit. It's just like the statement from the priest. No.
Well, that will be in there. It will be like, this is what I was told. I'm the pastor. This is what I was told was in the house. And then the police will have either decided to investigate that, they've got a search warrant for that, or they would follow up with who he names.
No, does it matter?
They have to do some research. They have to.
But the pastor didn't get that, doesn't come by that information firsthand. That's what's a little weird
They have
to
to
me.
do a little digging. If he
had information, then he would immediately have like a really bad case thrown at him. But because the pastor does not have any like realistic form of evidence besides he said, she said, he does have a good case.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he does have some. Like I said, the guy that lost his wife to Nick would have firsthand information. Said, I saw this.
Yes.
Tell the cops.
Yeah.
Which could be possible.
We need to wait for them to call him forward as a witness, but until then, we haven't seen that. And if you want my honest opinion, Dick, I think they're kind of just sparing him with a scare tactic of just like arresting him and letting him like get away with the charges. But honestly, it feels like what might happen is they know that he's like kind of this educated person, so they're probably going to have him plead down. But people who are talking about how he's going to face 25 years are delusional. And I kind of want to go on record and say that, oh man, everybody that's making these YouTube like thumbnails that are like, oh hey, Nick Rekieta is facing 25 years. You guys need to cool it because you guys don't know what you're talking about. This guy at worst, and I mean this as somebody that's seen it, he might face maybe 6 months, maybe. And that's big. That's big. But I want you guys to know the temperature of it because he's a first time offender. They might try to make an example out of him, but ultimately he's not a criminal. You know, he's just some guy that really did make a mistake by being an addict.
Yeah.
As somebody that's been in the system, even though in a different state, I genuinely think that while they might try to make an example out of him, they're not going to make the example out of him like some random fucking homeless person in Skid Row, you know?
Yeah, well, who's going to get who's going to get the maximum like that? They're in Nick's position the first time.
Yeah.
No, there's no fucking way. There's no way.
Dealer would. Yeah.
Probably somebody that's ruining lives without any care, but you know, it's kind of hard to tell with the fact that there's kids involved. You know, people like the moral F word around.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, I guess. All right, I'm gonna play more voicemails. Scar.
Hey, Dick and Sean. This is Chicago's biggest dickhead calling in.
Yo.
So, are you excited about the new content? Do you think Maddox is gonna put out like a victory lap kind of video about the whole Nick Rekieta thing?
2027,
I mean,
maybe.
Usually some of Maddox's best content for content farming purposes is his smug, over the top, like I win shit. So excited.
Then he'll misunderstand basic facts and look like an
looking
idiot.
forward to the future. All right, I love you. Call me back. Fuck you too.
Let's see. Here's some of his gloating. Man, it's just a big win for everything. Eric July wrote a 5-paragraph tweet calling like Nick dumb and he doesn't know what he's talking about, and at the end said like, "But he need help. I will pay for his rehab," or something like that. At the end,
boy,
it's like, man, you are like a real cocksucker. Everybody's getting their licks in now.
Yeah. Well, that's
especially with the sex shit.
Yeah,
this dude's talking about fucking each other's wives.
Yeah, jealous,
man. I know you're trying to do it like an own, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not landing. Like you're acting like. Holy shit! Maddox says. This guy was living in a coked-out drug den. Sounds like it was squalor. Honestly, the situation for his kids seems sad.
The faux concern.
Yeah, I'm sure the kids are way better off with the parents getting arrested.
I hope they did end up in a better home.
Just take them away.
Mind-boggling how this guy pretended to be a good boy Christian for years. Absolute fraud.
Okay.
You know, he might have been a good boy Christian for years.
Hey, he might have been.
Dude, shit fucking people have no idea how fast it snowballs. It can fucking snowball so quick. You don't. People think it's like it takes years to fucking get that way. It's like we're not. This that's one thing where alcohol. There's a longer ramp a lot of the time.
Oh yeah,
it's a much longer ramp. Some
you
other
combine
stuff,
them, it's actually a different drug.
Not so much.
Coke by itself is not as coke ethylene or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you're drinking, it metabolizes into a separate drug.
I'll be damned.
Way worse than coke on its own.
Maddox, I hope his kids grow up to be as different from their loser father as possible. Nick is one of the most dishonest people I've ever encountered, and I hope his stalker buddy joins him in prison.
Oh, you?
Yeah, me.
Oh, Christ.
Everyone in that circle, without reservation, is a horrible person. Couldn't happen soon enough.
I should go in prison for lying? For what?
Enabling, I think.
Nick stalked me online and has asked people to contact me on his behalf after blocking him. Behavior that he himself defined as harassment.
Wow. How does he still manage to sound like such a baby?
Lying scumbag Nick Rekieta has been arrested. Not many people know this, but he actually got his start on YouTube by befriending my stalker and joining in on the stalking and obsession. Like my stalker, he became an alcohol. Oh yeah, I already read that one.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Good job, Maddox. I gotta see this here. What is 137? Let me check this out. I got sent this. Let me play this for a second.
The quality of the experience has been lackluster at Denny's in my past experiences compared to those three. If you ask him one more fucking question about Denny's, I swear to God, I'm going to call the cops on you again. What you just said.
What?
Is that a joke? That's the guy.
Who?
What
are we listening to there?
Oh, that's the guy who. This is Nick talking to his friend Uncivil Law. That's the guy whose wife left him.
Nick is talking?
Nick's, whatever they were doing over there. The guy shouting about calling the cops again?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just joking. Somebody just sent me that.
Okay.
It's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Well, you know. He's making jokes, whatever.
Forever thinking this is good. You are fucked up and you have problems and you need to fix them. The quality of the experience has been lackluster at Denny's in my past experiences compared to those three. If you ask him one more fucking question about Denny's, I swear to God, I'm going to call the cops on you again. What you just said is what I
Funny joke.
What?
I guess.
Okay.
That's the guy whose wife
going on.
left him. He's saying, I'm going to call the cops on you again about Nick's show.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Good deal.
You know, if you sleep with some guy's wife, right, and then you end up dead 3 days later?
Yeah.
That's suspect number one.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
where you start.
That's where you start. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya. Thank you.
Stay out of jail.
At least try.
Try. Harder.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Clean your shit up.
It is I, the nigger, and I need you to subscribe to, it says here, Clips